ways were like, how can we get these girls out? And I wasn't trying to like do it back girl style and like basically like, well, y'all gotta get out. What? Low-key, we were like, shit. I mean, next we gonna try to get the other girl to go too. You know, follow your friend, go. So, long story short, they moved out.
Something for y'all to cut up to, you know? Yeah. Everybody get your motherfucking roll on. I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year, life goes on. Haven't let that thing loose, girl, in so long. You been inside, know you like to lay low. I've been peeping what you bringing to the table. Working hard, girl, everything paid for. First, last phone bill, car, no cable.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chidichinaka, and today I did a chit chat get ready with me on this simple look. I really kind of do the same look almost every time I do my makeup, the few times that I do my makeup throughout the month. But when I do, this is kind of my regular look. The only thing that I did different is my eyeshadow. But I haven't done a chit chat get ready with me in so long, so I just decided to test one out today, y'all. And I really hope that you guys enjoy it. It was a fun one to film, kind of like a storytime-esque get ready with me, where I talked about my college roommate experiences from freshman year all the way to senior year. Some were good, some were bad, and some were just nasty, to say the least. I made sure to talk about the one time where me and one of my roommates kind of ran out. Two of our roommates from the house. Was it intentional? Was it not? Find out next time. If you guys would like to know what that story entails and just all about my experiences from the beginning to the end, make sure that you guys keep on watching. And if you enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up before you leave. I would really appreciate it. And also make sure to subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Eyebrows on, just because I feel like eyebrows takes a long time, like in chit chat get ready with me, so I like to get that out of the way. And then foundation, just because I want to hurry up and just get into the main parts. I'm wearing the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation in color 365 Nutmeg. I just started using this. It's really not that good for my skin type. I have acne prone, oily skin, but I'm just using it right now because I needed something that matched. And I'm not really going anywhere today. I'm just kind of doing my makeup, so yeah, let's get it. So today, what are we talking about? Spirit of school starting back up. Some people have already started school, of course. Some people are starting this week. Some people are starting next week. I just wanted to do something school related for all my college people out there. Congratulations to any incoming freshmen. I really wish y'all the best this semester, this year, and for the next 4 years of your life. And for the next 4 years of your life, college, when they say college consists of the best and worst years of your life. I don't know about the best, because I still feel like the best is yet to come. College was so limited, but it's the best yet, if that makes sense. Like by graduation, you're probably gonna be like, wow, like I had some great experiences here, and I had some really bad experiences here. If you're lucky, you'll get the good part more. You'll see the good in college more than you'll see the bad. Anyways, today I wanted to talk to you guys about my college roommate stories from freshman year all the way to senior year. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. So my roommate experiences, when I first got into tech, which is the school that I went to, Texas Tech, essentially my friend, I didn't have any like solid friends coming with me to school. I had some acquaintances here and there, but yeah, no solid friends coming with me to school. So I of course was gonna room with randoms, and I was okay with that because I wanted to meet new people, branch out, and I was really ready for like the full college experience. So funnily enough, I ended up getting roomed with a Hispanic girl and a white girl. The Hispanic girl was an incoming freshman just like me, and the white girl was a sophomore on the band the Texas Tech band. I forgot what it's called. It may just be called Red Raider Band. I don't know, whatever. Anyways, so they were really cool. We talked through text like before moving in. We were really excited to room together. And yeah, I mean, I was ready. I mean, I knew I probably wouldn't be hanging out with them much, but they seemed like cool people to room with, like very easygoing. So move-in day comes. It was real cool. And the one girl that was a sophomore had already kind of let us know that she wasn't going to be in the room that much because her boyfriend has an apartment off campus, so she'll more than likely be with him or just be with band, doing band stuff, because it did take up a lot of her life. It's a huge this just opened, whatever. It was a huge commitment, a huge commitment. So she wasn't really ever in the room. So it was really just me and the Hispanic girl to like start our little freshman year experience together. It's kind of cute, you know, whatever. So the girl was real cool. The first day we moved in, she ordered pizza and wings and we talked all night. She was really into the church. We were the same religion, so we'd already planned to like go to church together and, you know, help each other through this transition from high school to college. She was real cool. But long story short, I basically met Jennifer, who y'all have seen in my videos. I met Jennifer, who I didn't know of her because we had mutual friends back in Dallas, but she had her own roommate, but we happened to live in the same dorm building, so we started hanging out or whatever, and we really enjoyed each other's company. And I started low-key staying over in her room because her roommate hadn't even arrived to school until like the first day the classes started, but we had gotten there like we had gotten there a week before classes started. And I wanted to move into the same room together, but it wasn't just the fact that her and I wanted to move into the same room together. It wasn't just like, girl, we're friends, let's just move in. It was also because basically the first inkling that I had to be like, okay, maybe I need to move out of my initial room was because my little Hispanic friend, roommate, whatever, she kept on inviting boys over. And one time I actually walked in on her and a guy. And normally as roommates, you know, this isn't like an apartment where we have our own rooms. Her and I literally shared a bunk, and then the other girl had her own bed on the other side of the room. You know, respect for your elders. The girl's a sophomore, so we were like, girl, you can take that side, we'll just do the bunks. So she had the top bunk, I had the bottom. Anyways, she normally we would tell each other like, hey, even if you're just gonna have like a friend, like if Jennifer and I are gonna be in the room like maybe working on something or just after we work out or something, I'll be like, hey, we're gonna be in the room for like an hour or two just to let you know. It doesn't mean you can't come into the room, but it's just like you have an idea, like let me give them their privacy because it is a small room type of thing. So she didn't even tell me that this boy was gonna be there. That was kind of annoying. Whatever. I walked in and I was like, girl, you're fine. Like I just went back to Jennifer's room for the time being, and then she told me when her and the guy left, which is fine. But then basically it became a regular occurrence. I think because I told her like, girl, you're fine. I meant like it's fine today. I didn't mean like it's fine forever. I meant like you're good. Like I walked in, things happen, whatever. But I was like, this is college, girl. Do you? Maybe this is what college is all about. I don't know. So I was like, yeah, you're fine. But I didn't mean like you're fine to keep on doing it. And basically like I would come home from like a long day or whatever and then get into my bed and then hear tussling around upstairs up in the top bunk, and it's like her and her man or whoever was in there that day like tussling around. I don't know what they were doing up there, and it just kind of made me really uncomfortable. So at that point Jennifer and I were just like, we might as well just move into the same room because we had the option to. So we eventually like found this huge room in our dorm building that was like a handicap room. It had a walk-in closet, it had a bathroom. It was like triple the size of all the other dorm rooms that everyone else had because it was a handicap room, and it was made for 4 people, but it was me, Jen, and this other girl in the room. But that girl didn't really like us, so once we moved into that room, she never was in the room. I don't care. I mean, it was better for us anyways. But our room was the spot. Every girl in that dorm had been to our room for sure, because we always like, we never like had our door open and stuff like how people be doing in dorms Our dorm wasn't like that. People didn't just leave their doors open. I don't think so. We didn't, but some people would literally knock and be like, can we see your room? Like, we heard y'all have a bathroom. Like, we heard y'all have a walk-in closet. And we would just get to talking and become friends. So it was really cool living there. That was really fun. Actually, one of my best, it was actually my favorite living experience because it was on campus. Like, it was so like, I don't know, it was just cool. Anyways, and it was super convenient. Clearly, to get to classes, it's like you could have class at 9:50 and who has class at 9:50? Whatever. Okay, you could have class at 10 o'clock and leave your room at 9:50 and be on time. Like, that's perfect. It's perfect. But anyways, that came and went. Then my sophomore year, I moved into this nice apartment. It was basically a townhome. Me and Larissa signed for a 5-bedroom with 3 randoms. As you can see, I wasn't afraid of living with randoms. I just kind of did it because I'm just like, okay, I mean, you gotta live with somebody, and I don't feel like I'm that hard to live with, and I'm very tolerable with other people, so I don't think that living with other people should be that hard either. Or so I thought. Long story short, our roommates they were really cool. Let's just put it this, they were really cool at first. So one of the girls that we actually really liked ended up moving out for a semester because she got an internship in another city. So she had someone take over her lease, and the person she had take over the lease happened to be a boy. And you could just imagine, like, we did not sign up for that. Like, we as girls had no plans of living with a man that semester, but those were the cards we were dealt. And we were really happy with our living arrangement, but with that boy moving in, he was a nice boy. He was helpful, like, very friendly, cool to talk to, whatever. But him and another girl that lived in the house, mind you, this is a 5-bedroom house, so it's 5 people in there. I keep on calling it a house. It's an apartment technically, but it was like a townhome. It was just really big, so it was basically a house. It was basically 5 of us living there, and it's like, that's bound to be a mess. I don't even know why we did that. Unless if you're moving in with friends, I don't see why you should live in a 5-bedroom. I don't know what we moved there because it was really cheap. Of course it was really cheap because it's basically rent being split amongst 5 people. So it was cheaper than what you would get for like a 4-bedroom or a 3-bedroom or a 2-bedroom, which Larissa and I could have gotten, or we could have waited for our other friends to sign for a different home with our friends. But we didn't. So those are the cards we were dealt, and we just had to like roll with it. Basically, they ended up being really, really messy. I don't even know if I want to say it was them or their friends, because they always had parties. They always had parties or like get-togethers. Their friends were always in the house. And this was actually when I was like, okay, what have I got myself into? There's a Walmart that was right by our apartment. It's like walking distance. And they took one of the shopping carts from Walmart, brought it into the house, decorated it with like Christmas lights and pillows and blankets and curtains or whatever, and left it in our living room like as decoration for like the entire time we lived there. I don't know how I lived there. Me today would never put up with that. But my sophomore year self, like, it was my first apartment. I was just like, maybe this is what apartments are all about. Like, I was so naive. I was just like, roll with the punches, girl. Honestly, we got into a lot of arguments about the upkeep of the house and like who was to blame for what. They tried to blame us, but it's like, come on now. Like, we weren't even there during Christmas break. Larissa and I were sophomores. They were much older. So they would stay at that apartment over Christmas break so they would stay in Lubbock, you know, at the apartment over Christmas break. After I came home from Christmas break, I came back before Larissa did, so Larissa never got to see the house, how it was. I walked into the house, like a swarm of flies flew out at me. It looks like there had just been a frat party, but it's like, maybe there had just been a frat party like 2 weeks prior, and all of the stuff is still just laying around. It was disgusting, sticky floors. I couldn't even walk downstairs without shoes for the entire time that I lived there. It was gross. Larissa and I would deep clean the house every chance we got, but it would get dirty back up right away, and then that led to a lot of arguments. It was just crazy. And after that, I was like, I do not want to ever live with randoms again. But yeah, so that experience wasn't amazing. But long story short, I mean, we got through it and we got out of there when it was our time to. The people were nice. It's just we had disagreements about the cleanings. So I'm gonna finish my eyes and then I'll come back and finish. My eyes are done. I didn't record it because I don't think y'all came here to see an eyeshadow look. I'm just gonna do my makeup and talking. Anyways, guys, what was I saying? So we were about to talk about my next living experience, which was during my junior year of college. I lived with Jennifer once again. So Jennifer and I came back together to live together for junior year. One of my childhood friends from high school ended up moving in, and Cece, her name is Chiamaka Duru here on YouTube. Y'all need to check her out as well. I will link her first video that she posted. It's really good. It's about her testimony as a woman of Christ, her trials and tribulations. It's very beautiful. Y'all need to go and watch that. Yeah, she moved in with us, and then we had another roommate. She was a random, quote unquote, but she happened to be African like us. So it all worked out. She used to cook all the time. It was amazing. Long story short, when we first moved in, there was a little bit of tension between some of us in the house. And there was actually one time where we almost like came to blows. Like it was like a huge blow. It was like a huge blow up. It was kind of crazy. We were talking crazy. We had to have a mutual friend come in and like mediate the situation. It was honestly crazy when you think about it. So if my life was a reality show, I just don't get it. Me and my friends, bro, we have gone through it in every which way, but then we have fun, you know, at the same time. Anyways, there had been a big blow up, but we ended up getting through it. That was all during like first semester. By second semester, we were like cool as ever. Until this day, we're all so cool. So there's not too much to say about that living arrangement. But yeah, it was good for the most part. So then senior year, Jen had graduated, so she wasn't an option to live with. Larissa was staying at her same apartment that she lived in. Actually, all my friends were staying at their apartments that they had lived at that year, but I couldn't stay in my original apartment because I wanted to move closer to campus because I was going to be taking a lot of hours. So I didn't want to like have to be traveling so far because the apartment I was living in junior year was way too far from campus for me to be taking as many hours as I was taking. So I moved closer to campus with Robin. If it was up to, we moved into these apartments that were like brand new, very nice, very cute. If y'all look at some of my videos from the past year, I was living in that apartment. It was nice. It was really nice, honestly. I should have done an apartment tour, but we never really like did the apartment up like and made it look cute like we could have. So there was really no point, but my room was super cute. Y'all probably could see it in the background a little bit and a little bit of my vlogs. Anyways, Robin and I moved there because it was a new apartment for one, and yeah, it was close to campus. So we signed there, but we signed for a 4-bedroom because the 2-bedroom just cost way too much. And it just wouldn't have made sense for me. I don't think Robin would have minded, but I didn't think my parents were gonna go for that because the 2-bedroom was gonna be like, maybe like $700, almost $800. It's too much. And that's $700, almost $800 each. So no, I ain't got it like that. So we signed for a 4-bedroom. And honestly, we had just hoped and prayed because that year they had built 3 new apartments, or maybe 4 new apartments. They built 4 new apartments at Texas Tech. The Block, 2100, Wildwood, and Capstone Cottages. And that's huge. I mean, that's so many more apartments. So we assumed that most of the apartments weren't gonna be filled up. So if we signed for this 4-bedroom, we may still end up with just us 2. And they had even said like there's a possibility that might happen. And we were like, if it's possible, you know, can y'all kind of make that happen? You know, whatever. So, but it didn't happen, long story short. We ended up getting 2 roommates, one being a Hispanic girl, one being a Caucasian girl. So they were cool. through text, or at least one of the girls was. I won't say which one, let me just say one of the girls was cooler than the other. She was very nice, very friendly. When we first moved in, she like helped us, not helped us, but she always like wanted to talk and offered us food anytime she cooked. But the thing is, like, and don't judge me for this, y'all, but Robin and I, just like I said, like, we did not want two other roommates, like two people that we don't know. It's like we already have such a like close-knit friend group. Like, we've had the same friend group all 4 years in college, so it would just be easier like to have friends over and all that if it's just us two, you know, in the house. But honestly, Robin and I had kind of like thought of different ways. We're like, how can we get these girls out without being like overtly rude? Because I wasn't trying to be rude, and I wasn't trying to like do it back girl style and like basically like, well, y'all gotta get out. We honestly just accepted them living with us. But I think we knew that certain things that we did, such as having friends over a lot and stuff like that, wouldn't sit well with them. Because who would it sit well with? That's basically what I used to get mad at my old roommates from sophomore year about. But we weren't dirty with it. See, we didn't have, like, our house wasn't even anything you could really get dirty. It's so small. It's like, if this space is dirty, then you have no other space to use. So we kept it clean. All we ever did whenever our friends would come over, we never cooked or anything like that. It would just be like us pre-gaming or something, or like doing makeup in our rooms, or just talking, running around the house, which was cool. But apparently it bothered the girls. Only one of the girls ever expressed that to us, and that was when they were on their way out. I never said that, but basically they decided to move out. One of the girls was really friendly, the one that used to cook and all that stuff and was talkative. She was cool, you know, she was cool. But like towards the time before they were gonna move out, she stopped talking to us as much. Like, she low-key stopped saying hi. No, I think she still said hi. But the other girl, I never really mentioned her because she never spoke to us once. I've never even said one word to that girl till this day. We lived in that same house together for about 2.5 weeks, and she never said hi, she never said bye, she never said anything. She would always do this thing specifically with me, because Robin said she never did this or whatever. Apparently Robin had spoken to the girl at least once, I think. She would pretend like she's on her phone. Like, she'll like bolt out of her room and just be like, yeah. And you can tell when someone is like faking like they're on the phone. Like, you're not on the phone. I know you're not on the phone. Oh, what are you doing? Like, you weren't talking on the walls were so thin in that apartment, and her room and my room were connected like this, and Robin's room and the other girl's room was connected like this. So the girl's room that I was connected to, it's like I would be able to hear if you were on the phone. So if I'm in my room and you're in your room, and I just walk out of my room right then to get something in the kitchen, and you happen to walk out of your room too, and it's just like you're locking your door, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, and your head's all down, it's like, am I really supposed to believe that you're on the phone? Just say you don't want to talk and go. Like, don't be rude, you know? It was already rude that she wasn't speaking, but it was even rude that she was trying to play me. Like, don't play me on my intelligence. Come on now. It was very clear, it's very obvious. You just don't like people, and you don't like black people. No, I'm kidding. I'm not a race baiter. I don't really care. So one day I came home from class. This is when school first started. It was like, I think the second week of school. I came home and I'm just like, you know, it's been a long day, whatever. And the girl who was rude and never spoke, her dad was in her room, and I was just, for some reason, I didn't even think anything of it. I was just kind of like, you know, some parents, they come a couple weeks after the child has moved in and maybe move a few more things or help them rearrange certain things, maybe take some things. So I really didn't think anything of it. I realized that I wanted to get food. So then I walked back out and realized they were packing up all the girls' stuff in the kitchen. So I was like, these people are moving out. They never even told us one thing about having an issue with living with us. I was just like, maybe they just wanted an apartment to themselves. I didn't even know they were cool. They didn't know each other. Apparently they bonded over disliking us, which we didn't even know, y'all. So they bonded and left. Robin, I had texted Robin when I saw the one girl moving out, and I was like, Robin, I thought that just that one girl was moving out because she was rude anyways. So I was like, I could foresee her moving out regardless. She didn't talk to anybody. But little did I know she was talking to the other girl that was a rando. So I was like, Robin, this girl's moving out. You know, I'm not gonna say her name. I was like, Robin, this girl's moving out. And she's like, what? Low-key, we were like, shit. I mean, next we gonna try to get the other girl to go too. You know, follow your friend, go. Anyways, we were low-key like, okay, bet. Then Robin happened to be in our apartment's office, and she happened to see the other girl exchanging keys at the office. So she just goes up to the girl, and this is the friendlier one, so I would go up to her too. She was just like, hey girl, are y'all moving out? And the girl goes,
yeah, we're moving out, like me and the other girl, like we're both moving to another apartment here in the same, you know, complex.
And Robin was like, oh girl, why? You know, why? I mean, not that we cared. I would have just taken that answer and been like, that's awkward. I'll see y'all later then. But, you know, I guess in certain instances, it just makes more sense to kind of ask. So she's like, oh girl, why? Like, move, why? Then the girl's just like,
we just couldn't deal with all the noise and all the, you know, it's just too much noise for us. Like, it was kind of just getting uncomfortable and
this, that, whatever. I'm about to curl my hair a little bit. This is a mess. Anyways, she's like,
yeah, the noise is just a little bit too much for us, so we're gonna just move out.
Girl, noise where? We had only, I mean, yes, we had our friends over kind of a lot for the amount of times that we had been, for the amount of weeks that we had been there. But realistically, it wasn't that many times because it was welcome week, the first week we were there. So it's like, duh, we're gonna have our friends over and it's a new apartment. If y'all had a problem with that, what would it have like bothered you to just be like, hey, can you and your friends kind of keep it down or like not come here all the time? But to be very honest with you, we probably had our friends over there a total of 4 times before they moved out. I mean, not for nothing, we have a lot of friends and we all have loud voices that carry, and we always play music. Like, I don't know, I could see what they mean, but it's like, that's something you tell somebody before you pick up a new lease, you know, like, dang. So long story short, they moved out. Robin and I celebrated. Of course, I would prefer them move out than for me to feel like I'm making someone else uncomfortable in their own house. So that was okay, I guess. But yeah, so we went on for the rest of the year just praying and hoping that they did not move any other people into our unit. And they didn't. They probably didn't because we basically got a noise complaint. I mean, the last people that lived with us were just apparently so miserable. So why would they want to move in someone else into our apartment, right? We got lucky, that's all I'm gonna say. So that goes for anybody who moves into like a bigger apartment with their friend and you just want that apartment to you and your friend. Invite your other friends over. Hell, invite people you don't even know and just be like, come over here and be loud, y'all. We trying to get these girls out, or guys, whatever. I don't think that would bother guys, I don't know. But yeah, y'all, those are my roommate experience. Let me go ahead and finish out this look and we're gonna end.
Left that nigga on red, cause I felt like it. Dress me down in that red Saint Laurent jacket. Dapper, I look fine and my checks define. No wonder why I do whatever I like. I do what I like, I do. What I like, I do. What I like, I do. I remember we were on the bleachers sharing secrets. When we look up, it'd be where did the time go? And I remember you would hold my hand and call me baby while we're dancing in the parking lot so slow. Bittersweet, those memories. And I see you with her now, and it breaks my. You don't hear my line no more. You don't make it ring, 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 ring. I can't keep this on the low. I want you to make it ring, 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 ring.
So that's gonna be it for my chit chat. Get ready with me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed this look. By the way, if you want any details on this hair, I'll make sure to have all of the links down below. But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this chit chat get ready with me. I had a lot of fun reminiscing about my old college times. If y'all want me to do kind of like a week's worth of college stories or experiences that I've had, I would love to do that for you guys. But you gotta let me know like right away, because school's starting and I know people want to know these things. So anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you give this video a thumbs up and that you subscribe to my channel so that you may be updated every time that I upload a new video. All right,
y'all to cut up to, you know? Yeah. Everybody get your motherfucking roll on. I know shorty and she doesn't want no slow song. Had a man last year, life goes on. Haven't let the thing loose, girl, in so long. You been inside, know you like to lay low. I've been peeping what you bringing to the table. Working hard, girl, everything paid for. First, last phone bill, car, no cable.
I remember we were on the bleachers sharing secrets. When we look up, it'd be where did the time go?